Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be not a recommendations video, but also kind of a recommendations video. I'm going to be showing you guys all of the books that I have special editions of. So some of them I may only have the special edition version of it, some of it I may have multiple versions of. You'll kind of see as the video goes along. I will try to make sure that I say what the book is and like where I got it from and whether I know if it's still like for sale or not, because I know sometimes I see special editions that I've never seen before on someone's channel, whether that's their Instagram page, their YouTube channel, their TikTok page, like whatever, and then I'm like, where did you get that? And they'll tell me and it'll be out of stock. So like I'll try to be like, okay, it was from here, but I know that you can't get it, or like it was from here and I think you can still get it, and stuff like that, just so that if you guys do want it, you don't have to go looking too far. However, I will preface this. If there's any special edition book you see here that is for sure not in stock on the website that I got it from anymore, check second like hand sellers like Pongo Books. They have a lot of special editions I've seen. Macari, I also see them have a lot of special editions. Thrift books sometimes, I usually find more out of print, not special editions there though. But if you are looking for like, for example, these are the original covers of the Hoops trilogy by Kennedy Ryan. So they're out of print. You might be able to find those on thrift books, but like if I had a special edition made by like a book box company, that probably wouldn't be on thrift books, if that makes sense. Okay. Also, I'm counting special editions as books that are like created, like, okay, I would not count these as special editions, even though they are to me editions that are special. These were the original covers. These were not created by a book box company or by a fan or anything like that. So, for example, which I will show it in the video, Deep End here is a special edition book that I get in my book box. So like that would be a special edition. I have quite a few. I think there's only one that I have that I don't have with me. It's at school. But I have quite a bit. Oops. Oh, hi Boo. My cat is in my room today. She was being very needy. Say hi, Boo. Okay. She does not like to be picked up. So if you hear meows, I'm sorry. I will try to keep them to a minimum. Right, Boo? We'll try to keep them to a minimum. But yeah, that's what I have for you guys today, so I hope you guys enjoy. I thought it would be just kind of fun to like not only give you guys a video that's slightly different than what I normally put out, but it's still somewhat recommendations, because most of these books I probably would recommend, because usually if I buy a special edition of it, unless it's like a book box, there's a reason that I wanted a special edition of it. And I also just think it'd be kind of fun to show you guys, because I do collect special editions. I love them so much. I think they're so fun. Am I addicted to collecting them? Oh yeah, 100%. But yeah, that's what I have for you guys today. I hope that you guys enjoy, and let's get into the video. Okay, so the first one I want to show you guys is actually the most recent one I've gotten. So, oh, yes, Boo. So this is from the new book box that I'm subscribed to. I'm currently subscribed to 3, which I know seems like a lot, and it is, but 2 of them I can skip literally anytime. I could skip every month if I wanted to. Where the other one, which is Fairy Loot, I can only skip 4 times in a year. So that one's a little bit more like tricky, but this is the Love Story Society. Yes, I wanted to make sure I had that right. So they are a brand new book box, that, if I'm remembering correctly, which if I'm not, that's embarrassing. Let me see if it says on the back. Okay, I'm 99.9% sure that this is Eternal Embers book box, now like sister book box thing. So basically, if you want to join this book box, you can look up the Love Story Society, or you can just go to Eternal Embers and you should be able to find it through there. So the book that we had this month was Enigma. I've never heard of this book ever. It definitely looks interesting based on what the card here says. However, it does not say much more than that. It says that it is a dark academia, a suspense, a gothic romance, a secret society, and an enigmatic artist. I'm very intrigued in the sense that I've never read a book that had all of those things in it. Sorry, I just realized my cat was standing by the door. Do you want out, Boo? Whatever. And it says like a bunch of words on here, but like some of them aren't English. Boo, I'm talking. A lot of them aren't English, so I don't really know what it means. I'm sure I will if I read the book. But I don't know. I'm very like hesitant. Part of me is like, do I just sell it? Like, I don't really know, but part of me is like, I kind of want to read it and try it out. So I think I'm going to keep it for now. And I think I might try to read it. If I like it, then I'll keep it. If I don't like it, then I'll sell it. But I won't have it in its shrink wrap when I sell it. But if you are interested in this, or if you're interested in any book that you see in my room, always keep an eye out on my Mercari, which is always linked down below in the description, because I unhaul books randomly all the time. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm technically sick, but I'm feeling better today, so I wanted to film. And I know you guys are probably like, Paige, again, yeah, I don't want to talk about it. What was I saying? Oh yeah, like I said, I unhaul books all the time. Like, whether it's a book that is just like a normal edition that you see or a special edition, like, always keep an eye out for that. But if you are interested in this book, it may or may not show up on there at some point in the future. So keep an eye out. I don't usually like to sell my book box special editions because usually I want them, because if I don't, I usually skip them. But we couldn't skip the first month, so that's kind of where I'm here. That's kind of how I ended up here with that book. The only ones I do usually sell if I don't want them is Fairy Loot, because of the whole skipping policy that they have. So if you like to buy Fairy Loot off of people, hi, I'm probably going to have quite a few of them up every once in a while. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this one first because I literally just got this yesterday and it's definitely very intriguing. Like, I don't know. If you've heard anything about it and you want to let me know down below, or if you've read it and you have like good things about it, please let me know, because I definitely am intrigued, but I'm also like, I don't have enough intriguement to like fully want to keep it. So I don't know, I'm kind of in a mixed spot right now with how I feel about it. So okay, so the next book that I have is Deep End. Since I brought it up, I decided I'd just do it next. So this book and then Not in Love are the only two Ali Hazelwood books that I have. I technically DNF'd Not in Love. I just wasn't really feeling it. I might go back at some point, but I don't know. I just wasn't really feeling it. However, a lot of people that I know that like Ali Hazelwood's books did not like this one. So I'm kind of like, maybe I'll like this one. But I loved the whole kind of like comic book vibe of this. The back is a little interesting. Yeah, boo, you want to say hi to everybody? They know you're here. Please don't mess with the camera. Thank you. But I just really liked this one and I do want to read it. So that's why I still have this one. I will say though, if I read it and I do not like it, I probably will resell it. So I do not think that this is still for sale, but, and I will preface this, for any Probably Smut book box book, if you look this up on their website and you look up like in their bookshop, there's like a place that you should be able to go where sometimes they sell like misprinted copies or sometimes they do have an overstock. You can check there, but I don't think that they still have this one because this was a little while ago that this came out. So alright, so the next ones I have are the Beyond the Play series by Grace Riley. It's kind of messing with the light there. Okay, there we go. So these came from Cover to Cover Book Box, which, if you do not know, I am actually an influencer for them. So some of the books that we will see I bought from them, and then some of them they did send me. So that's just kind of a preface that I want to make. But none of this is like, not, what is it called? I'm forgetting the words. I'm not being paid to do any of this. This is all just me wanting to show you guys the books I have because I like my special editions. But I am prefacing that some of them weren't sent to me, and I will let you know which ones those are. But I did buy these ones because I like the series a lot and I wanted them. So this is what First Down looks like. They are still in their shrink wrap, and I probably will keep them in their shrink wrap because, I don't know, there's just something to me about, like, I have the like original copies of them, and so like I read those ones, and like, I don't know, I kind of just like having special editions as like a collector item. like I said, some of them, like Deep End for example, that's the only copy of it I have, so I will read that one. But if I have multiple copies, I kind of like to keep my special editions like pristine and intact, so I do think I'm gonna keep them in their shrink wrap. I don't know, like I said, I like collecting. My dad's a big collector too. That's kind of where I got it from, so I don't know. I think I will be keeping it like this, but this is first down. It is purple and I think that it is gorgeous. And then we have Breakaway, which is the second book. I think this one might be my favorite look-wise just because it's blue and it's hockey, and you guys know I love hockey and the color blue. Then we have Stealing Home. I think this one's also very pretty. However, I do have to preface something here in a minute, and I will show you what I mean. So Stealing Home, gorgeous. And then my personal favorite book of the whole series is Wicked Serve. I do like this cover though too. I like that it's pretty and green. However, if you look here, pink, more like a bluish green going on here. Yeah. Oh, hi boo. So why are they different? Why is then Stealing Home pink and Wicked Serve green? Because First Down and Breakaway are the same colors. So like that really bothers me. If you have this special edition set, does that bother you too? Because that really bothers me. Like I like the way they look, but why would we change the coloring when the other two are the same? It kind of bothers me a little bit. But maybe that's just me. I don't know. But I do have the whole kind of collection, and when they're together they make kind of like that cityscape. They have the sport like ball on top and on bottom, and then there. I love this series, but I also just love these special editions so much. So I'm very grateful that I was able to purchase these, because I know that I did have a little trouble with the mail and I was worried I wasn't gonna get them, but I did get them, so everything was okay. Do not worry. But yes, I absolutely love these, and I got these from Cover to Cover Book Box, and I do not think they are still for sale. Also, I just want to preface, I'm not going in any like super specific order. I'm just kind of going with like what's on my shelves and kind of just going around my room with the shelves. So it's not going to be like, oh, like sports romances and then fantasy. Like it's just kind of what it's going to be. So I'm sorry if that is a little chaotic to you, but that is just how I'm doing it. But the next two books we have are Tri-Six Venom and Five Brothers by Penelope Douglas. So technically standalones, but follow the same kind of family, so kind of like interconnected standalones in a way. I have read Tri-Six Venom. I have not read Five Brothers. These were probably Sput. I don't know if I actually said Smut or if I said Sput. Probably Smut book box editions. So Five Brothers was the book, and then you could add on Tri-Six Venom as like a pair, because they did a little pairing of them, and so I did. These do have like art overlays in them, which I cannot show you because most of them are not appropriate for YouTube. But like, you know, they're page overlays, so you can still like read the page with them on there, but usually you take them out when you're reading that page, but like it kind of just like gives you an idea of the scene that's going on at the time, which I think is kind of cool. These are darker romances. Tri-Six Venom is an FF romance, and then Five Brothers I actually think is a Why Choose, I think reverse harem. I think it's one girl and five brothers. I've been a little nervous, I won't lie. I have not read this one, and I'm quite nervous to read it for that reason. And I've been wanting to reread Tri-Six Venom, so I think I might do that this month because it's Pride Month. And I have been wanting to read more FF romances, even though I know I've already read this one, but it's okay. It was a long time ago, so like, it was fine. But yeah, so those are, yeah, the only two Penelope Douglas ones that I have. Some people might consider I'll turn it. Some people might consider this cover edition as special editions now because they're not in print anymore, but again, I'm not counting those types of books in this video as special editions. Yes, boo. Just because, like, they technically were books that you could just kind of get at any time when they were around. I'm kind of just doing books that, like, you can't get elsewhere, if you know what I mean. I hope that makes sense. But these were the next two that I had for you guys. Okay, so the next books that I actually have multiple special editions of these books. So that is the Icebreaker, Wildfire, and Daydream, aka the Maple Hills series. I don't know if there's gonna be a fourth one. I can't remember if Hannah Grace said there would or wouldn't be, or if they've said anything about it. But first I'm going to show you the probably smut editions that I have of it. So this is Icebreaker, and Icebreaker and Wildfire came out together from them a while ago, and then they recently did a kind of like, I guess recently, it was more like the fall, but whatever, that's still kind of recent. Like a reprint of Icebreaker and Wildfire with the add-on of Daydream, or you could just get Daydream if you already had Icebreaker and Wildfire. And I did purchase Icebreaker and Wildfire from somebody else online, and then got Daydream because at the time I was not a subscriber of Probably Smut, and so I like didn't get it in time. Why did that? Oh, okay. So yeah, not that that's super important, but I know that these are not for sale anymore on Probably Smut. However, I do see them quite a bit pop up on websites like Mercari and Pongo Books, so definitely check those out if you want these editions. But again, this is Icebreaker. I just think that they're beautiful with like the simplicity of like, you know, like the spines where it's just kind of like pretty like pastel colors, but also like there's a bunch of like key things on the cover that like if you've read the books you know, but it's still very simplistic. Like it's not too much, I feel like. So that was Wildfire. So I don't know, I really like that. And then this is Daydream. I think Daydream and Wildfire are my favorite editions, which is partially probably biased because they're also my favorite in the series. And don't get me wrong, I love Icebreaker. Like, that made it sound like I don't like Icebreaker. I do. I just think cover-wise, I love Wildfire because I love the kind of cozy, campy dog vibe. And then Daydream is just like book girly, so like I love it. So those are the probably smut editions of that series. And then the next ones I show you, the next ones I'm going to show you, I do not have Daydream yet because it has not been released yet, but I will have it when it is released because I have already pre-ordered it. And that is the Barnes & Noble special editions. So you can still buy these, I think. You should be able to at least buy Wildfire still, and you definitely can pre-order Daydream. But I don't know if they were special editions that were going to be like a one-time thing, and once they were gone, they were gone. So I would definitely check out Barnes & Noble first. If you cannot find them, then I would check other sellers. Why am I getting a call right now? That might be my doctor. You know, if it's important, they'll leave a voicemail, right? So we're just gonna let that go through so that they don't know that I hung up on them. But yeah, so this is Icebreaker. And also I will preface, I have the US versions of these. The US, the UK, Australia might even have separate ones too. Like there are certain countries that have slightly different versions. So definitely make sure that if you are trying to complete your collection that you're getting the right ones. So this is the US ones. I think they are gorgeous. I absolutely adore it and love it. This is kind of the inside. It has the little like ice. I just love it. And then this is Wildfire. It has the cabins. I did not do that one well. And then this one just kind of has like sparkles. You could maybe say that they're supposed to be like embers of a fire, but they kind of just look sparkles to me. Okay, so I'm realizing this video is gonna be so long, so I'm gonna start kind of rapid firing these. Okay, so you'll remember me, Abby Jimenez. This was Probably Smut book box very recently. You might still be able to buy this online if you go in, and they might have overstock / misprints. If not, I feel like you'll definitely be able to find these on like Mercari or Pango Books. Because like I said, it was not that long ago. I'm trying to see if I can see what month it was. I can't, but basically this, when it came out, which I can't remember what month it was, but it was very recent, that was the month that they did this, so should be able to find this one still. All right, next we have the Playing for Keeps series, what I currently have. So this is from Cover to Cover Book Box as well. Fall With Me. I was about to say Break With Me, and I was like, that's not right. Boo, you're knocking things over. Cover to Cover has not released Fall With Me yet, so that's why I only have these 3, but I will be ordering it once they do. So we have Consider Me, which is the first book. Absolutely gorgeous. Play With Me, also absolutely gorgeous. And then Unravel Me, my personal favorite book. However, you guys know I'm a sucker for blue, so blue is my favorite, but I don't know, man, they're all just so gorgeous. I know that, okay, I know Consider Me is signed. I don't know if the other ones are though. Oh yeah, no, they are. Okay, yeah, they're all signed. I'm pretty sure they're all digitally signed, but they are still signed. So that always adds to the fun when it's also signed. But those are the only special editions of this series that I currently have. There may be some that have been pre-ordered and will eventually show up, but currently this is all I have. Okay, so we're gonna keep on theme with Cover to Cover. So the next book that I have is also from them, and that is Ghost by Cat Blackthorn. I have not read this one yet, so I don't really know much about it. They did send me this one, so thank you to them for that. It is very pretty. Again, don't really know much about it, but it's gorgeous. I know it's probably some sort of dark romance. It is also signed, which again, always a plus. But they sent me that one. I think it is a really cool special edition. I actually do have 2 of these because they sent me 2 of them. So I have this one here, and then I do have one at school. Another one that they sent me that went with, like, that came in the same package as Ghost was Heartless Heathens, which if you've watched videos farther back in my channel, you might have seen, because I did read it a few months ago. That was an interesting book, let me tell you. I'm trying to think of how to describe it. It was similar. It had like that black silver vibe going on. If I can find a picture of it, I will put it on the screen somewhere for you. I was also sent that one by Cover to Cover, and I do technically have it. It's just not with me right now because it's at school. Another one I got sent was Baby Moon or Bust by Ava Hunter. So they usually come in some sort of slipcase. If they don't, it will say that it's not going to come in a slipcase. I have not read this one yet either because you guys know how I feel about accidental pregnancy. However, it is summertime and this gives summer vibes to like the max. So I have been intrigued and I might read it this summer. And I really don't want to not read a book, or at least try to read a book, simply because I hate the trope. Because I hate accidental pregnancy, but I loved Out on a Limb. So like, I want to be more open. And I was sent this. Like, they did not need to send this to me, and they sent it to me. So I do want to give it a chance. And I do really think it's gorgeous. So you will see. But both of those were from Cover to Cover. I want to say you probably can't get those anymore, but again, they should have like an overstock / misprinted section on their website that you can go to and look. Honestly, any of the places that I name, I would say check their websites, whether it's Barnes, whether it's Probably Smut, Eternal Embers, The Love Society, Cover to Cover. I feel like I'm missing one. Maybe we just haven't gotten to it yet. But any of the places that I name, they should all have some sort of like shop where they either are selling overstock, misprints, whatever. I would say always check there first. I could be wrong. They could get something back in stock that someone returned. Like, there's always a possibility. So always check there first. But then I would say check resellers because that's more likely where you'll find it. This next one was also Barnes & Noble. So this is Hooked by Emily McIntyre. I really like the Never After series, specifically the first 3 books. The second one was okay, but I really like the first and third. I have not read Crossed or Hexed, which is the 5th and 6th. because I read Twisted, which was the 4th, and I was kind of like, eh. So I haven't like moved forward with that yet, but I do plan on, because they're doing special editions like this of all of them, I plan to at least get the first 3 in this version, because I really did enjoy them. It comes with like character art in the front, and comes with like the little, you know, ribbon bookmark, which I always think is fun and classy. And then also Barnes & Noble, If He Had Been With Me by Laura Nolan. I'm actually getting rid of my original copy of this because I did not like the second book, and so I was getting rid of that, and I was like, might as well just get rid of the first one because I have this version, and like I don't need the other one. I didn't like, I mean, the book broke me emotionally. It was a 5 stars in that sense, but like it wasn't a 5 stars where like I need every copy. Like you'll see of another book that may be on a shelf over there that we haven't gotten to yet. But I do think that this is a really cool edition of this book. Come on, I'm trying to show something else. And yeah, I just really like it, so I had to have it. Trying to think if there's anything else I needed to say. I'm pretty sure that this one, well, I know I've seen this one in stores, so this one should for sure be for sale. I don't know if the Emily McIntyre ones are limited edition print or not, so you'll have to check those ones out. But yeah, those are the next few books that I had for you guys. Okay, so next I have Fairy Loot. I have 2 of them, and then I have 1 Properly Smut. So we're gonna start with Fairy Loot. I'm pretty sure that this was, it's either April and May or March and April. I cannot remember. Wait, it should say on the card inside. Okay, yeah, this was March's. So this is Gifted and Talented by Olivia Blake. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous book. It has gorgeous like sprayed edges, and character art on the inside, and has a really pretty cover if you take the dust jacket off of it. I don't know why that was so hard for me to say. And yes, this is technically one I currently have, but I won't have it for long because I am gifting it to someone that I know likes this author a lot, and I feel like would probably enjoy this book a little bit more than I would. So I won't have this one much longer, but I did still want to show it. Again, Fairy Loot, I don't think that you can buy this from them because it was a book box like subscription, so you would probably have to find this secondhand. Same with this next one, This Monster of Mine, which, guys, I don't think I've actually ever seen an edition of a book that's so gorgeous before. Like, it may seem like kind of simple, but like I think even just this is beautiful. But then like you open it up, and this was April's, and like look at the like gold foiling and stuff of the inside, and then like are you kidding me? Like, I keep the dust jacket on for safety really at this point because that thing is gorgeous and I want everyone to see it. And again, like, hello, gorgeous, like absolutely gorgeous. I cannot wait to read it. Trying to make sure the dust jacket's back on. So I absolutely adore this. Again, gonna have to look for secondhand buyers though if you want this one, and it will not be me because I will not be selling this one. Even honestly, if I really just like the book, how gorgeous it is, I think I have to keep it. Unless there's like something like adamantly wrong with the book, I'm keeping it. So sorry, it won't be me. And then the next one that I have is from Probably Smut, and that is a Fate Inked in Blood. So you've probably seen this book before. I think the second one's coming out later this year. But they did a special edition of this one and I got it. I was intrigued by it. It's like a what's it called? A Viking like romance, which I've never read before, so I'm intrigued to see how that goes. But yeah, I don't know. This one's probably one of my less like, oh my god, gorgeous special editions, just because it's very, very simple. It's just basically a different cover. But I still really like it, and so obviously I also still wanted to show it. This one I don't think is on their website anymore though, so. Okay, so I just got all the rest off my shelf because I have one shelf left that I haven't gotten to, and oh my goodness, I have so many. Like, I maybe need to slow down, but also no, because I love them, so whatever. Okay, so first ones I have for you guys, I think this was the Bookish box that I got this one from. Let me see. Yes. Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. Now, these ones you definitely have to buy secondhand. They do not have these any longer. Also, I have not seen them talk about an Onyx Storm one, so I'm a little confused. I don't know if they're not going to complete it, if they are and they just haven't gotten to it yet, or what is going on there, but I currently have the two that you were able to get of that. And then I have, I'm trying to remember where these came from. Yes, okay, these were also Eternal Ember, that's what I thought. It is Whatever It Takes and Wherever You Are by Krista and Becca Ritchie. These are, I don't know why I put this back in. I'm showing you guys those. These are Willow and Garrison's book. So it's a little duology, literally so good. Like the Bad Rap duet, that's this. They are so good. I absolutely adore them. And so I bought these secondhand because I didn't know that these were a thing until I saw them secondhand, which sometimes does happen for me. So you definitely can buy these secondhand. I don't think that they're on the website anymore because I don't even know when they went out. It doesn't say. So yeah, I don't even know when these came out, but they are gorgeous and I love them. Okay, continuing on with Eternal Embers, we also have the Dirty Air series that was a collab between Eternal Embers and Larry Reed's. And I mean, I guess also Lauren Asher because she is the author. So we have Throttled. Oh, these really like to get the camera in there. I'm trying to show you guys everything. These are also all in their shrink wrap because I have so many editions of these books that these are the only special editions, but I have a bunch of the like original editions of them that I'm like, I'm definitely never gonna need to physically read these ones, so they will stay safe in their shrink wrap. We have Collided. I'm trying to not show myself double in there because that's really awkward. And then we have Wrecked and Redeemed, which Redeemed was the first one that was designed. It was sent out in like a book box that Larry Reed's did where it was like a bunch of different authors. Oh, I actually forgot to show that one. I forget. Archer's Voice, this was also a special edition that was in that Larry Reed's book box that I have. So I think I'd forget it because it looks the most like a normal book. Like this looks like this could have just been a book I bought at Barnes & Noble that wasn't a special edition. So I forget sometimes. But this was also Eternal Embers. Now I'm just double checking that I didn't miss any on that shelf. I don't think so. I think I got them all. Okay. And continuing on that little Larry Reed's Eternal Embers train, I had gotten Binding and Keeping 13 in there, and they came with these reversible chest jackets, so they look like this basically on both of them underneath, but I thought the reversible chest jackets were really, really pretty, so I put them on there just to kind of keep them protected. I know I saw someone, and I don't know if it was Larry Reed's herself or someone else, but I saw someone say that they were thinking about maybe like framing the chest jackets, and I did think about that. So I don't know, maybe in the future that'll be something I'll do. But then recently I also got Saving and Redeeming 6 to add on to that collection. I don't know when Taming 7 will be coming to join, and obviously Releasing 10 I think was the most recent release that Clay Walsh recently did. That one, I mean, just came out, so that one will also probably be a while. So I don't know if they'll do those two together or what, but those ones, I know Binding and Keeping 13 you definitely can't get. You'd have to secondhand buy those. I would say Saving and Redeeming 6 you probably also would have to look secondhand, but maybe they would have some still. I don't know. I would check. Eternal Embers, maybe. Okay, what is left here? Okay, this is a probably smut edition. This is Kat Singleton in Good Company. This is her most recent release that came out, I think, last month or like beginning of this month. I'm super excited about this one. I think that this is gonna be such a cute little fun read, and I love the way it looks because it literally looks like a Barnes & Noble classic. Like, if you guys know what I mean, the classics, like that kind of like bound that they have. So I'm super excited about it. This also has character art layovers, but again, not gonna show you guys because, well, some of them are not appropriate for YouTube. So if you really want to see them, I probably can post them on my Instagram. That would probably be fine. But just let me know down below. I'd be happy to do that. But I'm so excited to read this one. I think it's adorable, and honestly, I mean this in like, this sounds so bad, I mean this in the nicest way. I'm not usually like a girly pink frilly person. Like, that's just not usually like how I am. But like, I love how cute this little pink with bows are. I'm not gonna lie. And her 5-year-old page was like, oh my god, look at how cute. So this was probably smut. You might still be able to get this one if they have overstock / misprinted copies. If not, since it's so recent, there also is likely to be secondhand sellers selling them because it was like last month's book box. So all right, so continuing on my probably smut train, another monthly subscription that I got was Lights Out by Navessa Allen. You've probably seen the like black cover with like the blue on it. That is the original cover. I thought this one was cool. It also kind of gives like comic-y vibes. I have not read this one yet. I know that it's a dark romance and he's like stalking her, but people say like it's really good. So like, I feel like the amount of people I've seen like it for a dark romance, because usually there's a lot of hate for dark romances, which I'm not even gonna get into that right now. This video is already long enough. I just say allow people to read what they want to read as long as it's not legitimately problematic. But yeah, I am intrigued, but I have not gotten to it yet. I think there's just a part of me that's a little nervous because I'm like, he stalks her. I don't like that. And then we have Pack Darling by Lola Rock. So this is a duology, so it's put into one book. I've never heard of these books before. I don't know what, I'm trying to see what they're called. Okay, Pack Darling. Okay, it looks like it's just saying part 1 and part 2, so I don't know if that's also how the book was originally like made. But it looks interesting based on the cover, and I think it's like 2 guys maybe fighting over her. I'm not really sure. Again, haven't gotten to it yet. Those ones I don't think are online anymore. You'd have to buy those secondhand, which really, I mean, that's just gonna go for most books that you see here because special editions usually are very like short. If you didn't buy them the second that they were released, you're not gonna get them, which in some ways is unfortunate, but I feel like that's kind of part of that's the point of them being special editions. But as someone who has missed plenty that I've wanted, I know how much that's like, but no, like I didn't have the money that month, or I didn't have the time that month, I forgot, like whatever it is. Like, I totally get it. We've all been there. I'm so very fortunate to have the books that I have. Anyone who has helped me purchase them, whether that's for Christmas, my birthday, just helped funded me while being on a Barnes trip, like I love all of them. I appreciate all of them. They are amazing. And so yeah, I just like, I'm so very grateful. I have so many and I'm aware of that. And this wasn't, I have a few more books, but just since I'm already talking about it, like this video was not to like rub anything in anyone's face. It was truly just like, I want to show you guys, and I know that I like to see other people's like collections and stuff, and since you guys usually get to see this shelf, kind of wanted to show you what other things were in my room that you maybe don't always get to see if you haven't watched like my book haul. I mean, well, I guess technically book haul videos, but also my bookshelf tour video, so that's kind of how we got here. All right, so the last 3 books that I have for you. Yes, guys, we have made it to the end of the video. Trust me, you are not the only one who's glad of that. I am so hungry. I need to go eat lunch. These last 3 I was also sent by Cover to Cover, so very, very grateful to them. So we have Until the Last Breath by Shanora Williams. These are also in their shrink wrap because I haven't read them yet, but I will take them out when I do read them. I think this one's gorgeous. It has the Eiffel Tower in the back. I think is really fun. I don't know much about any of these books because, like I said, I was just sent them. So I kind of have been not looking at what they're about because I kind of don't want to know. I love going to books without really knowing what's going on. I like knowing like the basics of like, oh, it's a romance, or it's a suspense, or it's a thriller, or it's a fantasy, or whatever. But that's pretty much it. And we have Golden Wings and Pretty Things. And then Teach Me to Sin, which I did see that this one said book 4. So it's something like that, where I do always check though to see if it's a series. And so like this one's book 4, so like I would read books 1, 2, and 3 before I would get to this one. But those are the last 3 that I have for you guys. I don't think any of those are for sale anymore. I think those have probably all gone, but maybe you could check. But yeah, okay. Let's go to the outro. Okay, hi. I know this is a really weird angle. I totally forgot about a special edition. And I don't know how I could have forgotten because it's one of my favorite special editions. And that is my special edition of Caught Up by Liz Tomforde. Or Tom Forte. I still don't know. So, don't get mad at me. I still don't know. So it is adorable. I literally cannot. Again, something with special editions that I love is kind of, sorry, my hair is getting stuck, is when you kind of don't totally understand exactly why certain things are on the cover because they relate to something like actually in the book. And so I'm just, I love it. I love it so much. So you thought we were done. No, so I forgot more. I literally was putting the book back and I looked down. I forgot these 2. These are probably smut editions, and they looked so normal, per se, that my brain, like, didn't, and I've had them for so long that my brain was like, oh, they're just normal. But these are technically special editions, too. This is Icebound by Meredith Trapp, which is the first book in the Boundless Players series, and then this is Finally Home by Holly Crawford, which is a part of the Grand Slam series. So, yep. Now I'm worried I'm forgetting a bunch of other ones. I will look before I for sure end this video. But these were also from Probably Smut. No, I do not think you can buy these anymore through the website, so I think you would have to buy them secondhand. But yeah. Okay, so I just think at this point I need to be fired from YouTube because I literally looked around my shelves and was like, yeah, I got all of them. I didn't forget any more, and I went and changed. And then I was walking past my, like, fantasy shelf, and I looked and I realized, no, Paige, you are not done. You forgot more. Probably Smut. You guys are killing me here. So this is the Sacred Stones trilogy by Kate Golden. I have not read it yet, but I did get the whole trilogy from them because I thought that the first book was gorgeous. And so since they had the add-on of the second 2, I was like, well, why not? So I have this little trilogy going on. I do want to read these soon. I think they sound really, really good. And I've heard a few things about them, and the few things I have heard were good. So I'm excited. I think that's all of them. If that's not all of them, I actually think I might just lie and tell you that's all of them, because if I forgot more, I might lose it. So, yeah, that's all of them. Okay, so that was my video. I hope that you guys enjoyed today. Again, I just made this so that you guys can kind of see the different special editions that I own, different special editions that kind of exist out there, maybe new book box companies that you would like to support or look at that, I don't know, maybe you haven't heard of or just haven't thought of in a while. But yeah, I would, again, preface, if you want any of these, look on the website of the place that I said for each book first. If they don't have it on the website, then look secondhand. You'll likely have to look secondhand for almost all of these, but some of them you probably will be able to find. This was not paid promotion by any of them. This was all just me wanting to share my love of my special editions, and just share the companies that have been doing a really good job creating really amazing special editions. I mean, there's so many that I don't have by all of these companies because I just either didn't read the book, so I didn't know I would like it, or I didn't want that specific one, or whatever it was, but they make tons and they are always so good. So yes, I would highly recommend all of them. But again, that is what I have for you guys today. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!